Good day to you all. This is Emma from Edexcel College, bringing you this video on business objectives. A business is any activity which provides a good or service, formed by an individual or group of individuals working towards a common objective. What is a business objective? A business objective is a result that a company aims to achieve. It also includes the strategies that the company will use to get there. A business objective usually includes a time frame and lists the resources available. A business objective is more specific and easier to measure than a goal.
All our basic tools that underlie our planning and strategic activities are objectives. They serve as the basis for creating policy and measuring performance. Making a profit. Reducing the workforce. Expanding abroad. Minimizing expenses. Goals, on the other hand, are statements that business makes regarding its future, and they represent aspirations and are less specific. The CEO of a company may say, "We seek to become the largest maker of bicycles in the world." This is a goal, as they do not explain how the company will achieve this. The exact steps a company plans to make to reach his goals are its business objectives. For example, the CEO might say, "We will increase bicycle sales by 2.5% each quarter of this year, we will open new branches and factories in Germany and France." During the next 12 months, sometimes one business objective can clash with another. For example, growth and profit may clash when a company achieves greater sales in the short term by slashing prices. It reduces short-term profit. Long-term business objectives can affect short-term prospects. If a company invests heavily in plant equipment or new products, its cash flow in the short term will suffer.
Business objectives, as you have learned in the previous lesson, are key to business success. There are two main types of business objectives: financial and non-financial. Financial objectives are going to be targets or goals in relation to financial performance. But it's not just about sales or profit. Financial objectives can cover a range of different types of financial performance. They're quite important when it comes to effective management of a business. Revenue objectives. To achieve £10 million with the sales, really does drive and focus the attention of managements and employees on what you need to do to achieve that objective. Perhaps the most common financial objectives set by businesses of all sizes and types. A particular value, for example, £10 billion worth in sales each year. A percentage growth in revenues, for example, growing revenues by a 20% per year. Sales maximization, a potentially dangerous objective, because here the aim is not to maximize profits, but to simply grow as fast and as far as possible, regardless of whether or not those sales are profitable. Market share, to increase our revenues faster than the growth of the market. 2. Cost minimization objectives. Minimize costs, variable costs and fixed costs. Keep costs as low as possible, also consistent with achieving our other objectives, and also importantly without damaging the business's level or reputation for quality. It's more about efficiency and speed rather than cutting corners to reduce quality. But, hopefully the overall effect is to reduce costs, and if you are successful in minimizing your costs, there are a number of benefits that flow from this. 3. Profit objectives. These are particularly common in larger businesses, particularly those whose shares are traded on stock markets. They'll often talk about their target level of profitability, both in terms of the absolute amount, for example making a profit of say £10 million a year, but also they often talk in terms of their profitability. If you're operating in a market where competitors have a higher level of profitability, a higher profit margin, that often is a good reason to set a profit objective where you at least achieve the same profit margin as competitors, and even better be than now. 4. Remain solvent. To continue to trade, and therefore it's important to set objectives in relation to cash flow. You will certainly set an objective for cash flow to be within a range that's acceptable, and as a consequence of setting cash flow objectives is that you'll often be able to make some decisions in relation to aspects such as how much inventory hold or how long you allow your customers or receivables to pay their bills. First, personal satisfaction. Many business owners set up a business because they think they will be happier and feel more satisfied in their work environment than when working for an employer. Under personal satisfaction, we have three categories. 1. The person is happy because the person is able to take risks. 2. They are implementing their own ideas. 3. They are turning their hobby into a business. The next objective is challenge. Some people are motivated by challenges, and starting a business can be very challenging. To be successful in a business, people need to be committed, hardworking, multitasked and motivated. Next one is independence and control. Some people want to be their own boss. These entrepreneurs are driven by the desire to be independent and to take control of their own future. The freedom to make all the decisions when running a business is very appealing. Some people often dislike being told what to do at work.
Every business has a unique objective. So, every business is trying to achieve different things. On what does that going to depend on? 1. Size of the business. The target has to be realistic for the business to achieve. 2. Age of a business. Businesses will simply set the aim of survivor in their first year or two. But, as an organization grows and becomes established, that aim of simply surviving becomes less appropriate. Over time, it's time to start setting more realistic objectives like growth or making a profit, etc. The level of competition and organization phases can have an act on an organization to profitability and what's realistic for it to achieve. So, more competition tends to mean fewer opportunities for sales and profit growth. So, an organization might wish to consider, in a highly competitive market, increasing its market share. Gaining sales from its competitors might be a good way. As a business, it faces relatively low levels of competition. 3. Not-for-profit organizations. They would tend to look at providing a service or achieving a particular target that's not related to making profit. The owners of a business can have hugely different objectives. Sole trader would be able to set their own target. But, as an organization grows, the ownership structure changes. Thus, business objectives change. In the early stages of a business, it's simply wanting to survive, to break even, just to make enough money to cover its costs. As a business becomes established and gains in confidence, it might look to increase the number of branches within the country. You might want to increase their market share, steal customers off their competitors, look at increasing customer satisfaction. As an organization continues to grow and might look at maximizing shareholder value, maximizing profit, or look to international growth. Some people might aim some social and ethical aims. Other businesses do that right from the start, and you could make an argument for putting all of these in different places. Business objectives change as a business grows and evolves, and this might be a useful framework for looking at how that happens.
If you found this video useful, like and share this video. Stay tuned with www.zeable.com for more of such videos. You can also get online tutoring, video answers for your past paper questions by reaching us.